Have you ever wondered why our ancestors seem to have fewer health problems despite having no modern medicine? What if the secret to healing your body naturally has been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years? Could ancient Buddhist wisdom about herbs hold the key to unlocking your body's own healing powers while you sleep? Tonight, we're going to explore something extraordinary. We're diving into 5 powerful herbs that Buddhist monks have used for centuries, herbs that when mixed together before bedtime can trigger your body's natural ability to heal itself. This isn't just folklore or wishful thinking. These are time-tested remedies that have helped millions of people across generations find relief from ailments without relying on synthetic medicines. Imagine going to bed knowing that while you rest, your body is actively repairing itself, fighting inflammation, balancing your systems, and restoring your health from within. That's the promise these ancient herbs hold. They work in harmony with your body's natural rhythms, especially during sleep when healing happens most effectively. This journey we're about to take together is more than just learning about plants. It's about reconnecting with wisdom that modern medicine has often overlooked. It's about understanding that nature has already provided us with everything we need to maintain our health and vitality. These herbs aren't magic potions, but they are remarkably effective tools that can transform your well-being when used correctly. Buddhist teachings have always emphasized the connection between nature and healing. Monks understood something profound, that the earth provides remedies for our ailments, and that our bodies possess incredible self-healing capabilities when given the right support. These 5 herbs we'll discuss today represent centuries of careful observation, experimentation, and documented success. As we explore each herb, keep an open mind. These ancient remedies have endured through millennia for a reason. They work. People across different cultures and time periods have relied on them, and today modern science is finally catching up, validating what ancient wisdom has known all along. Each herb we'll cover has been carefully selected not just for its individual benefits, but for how powerfully it works when combined with the others. What makes this herbal combination so special is the synergy. When mixed together in the right proportions and consumed before bed, these herbs don't just work independently, they amplify each other's effects, creating a healing formula that's greater than the sum of its parts. This is the genius of ancient Buddhist herbalism, understanding not just individual plants, but how they interact and complement one another. We encourage you to watch this entire video carefully. Each herb we discuss is essential to the complete formula, and we'll explain exactly how to prepare and use this mixture for maximum benefit. The information we're sharing could genuinely change your approach to health and wellness. If you find value in what we share today, please show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to our Wisdom Diaries channel. By subscribing, you're not just helping us create more content like this. You're joining a community of people who believe in natural healing, ancient wisdom, and taking control of their own health. You'll stay updated with more powerful remedies and practices that can transform your life from the inside out. These aren't complicated recipes requiring rare ingredients or special equipment. Everything we'll discuss is accessible, affordable, and easy to prepare in your own kitchen. This is practical wisdom you can start using tonight, and the effects can begin showing themselves within days. Ready to discover these 5 ancient herbs that could revolutionize your sleep and your health? Let's begin this transformative journey together. What you're about to learn has the potential to change not just your nights, but your entire approach to wellness and healing. Herb number 1, ashwagandha, the stress destroyer. Let's begin with what many consider the crown jewel of ancient herbal medicine, ashwagandha. The very name of this remarkable herb tells us everything we need to know about its power. In ancient Sanskrit, ashwagandha translates to smell of the horse. And no, this isn't about its aroma. This name carries a profound meaning. It refers to the strength and vitality of a horse, suggesting that those who consume this herb will gain the robust power and stamina of these magnificent animals. In traditional texts, it's also known as Indian winter cherry, or by its botanical name, Withania somnifera, with somnifera meaning sleep-inducing, a hint at one of its most cherished properties. The story of ashwagandha stretches back over 3,000 years, deeply rooted in Ayurvedic medicine, the ancient healing system of India that runs parallel to Buddhist medicinal practices. Buddhist monks discovered this herb's extraordinary properties during their meditative practices and long periods of study. They noticed that consuming ashwagandha helped them maintain mental clarity during extended meditation sessions while simultaneously calming their minds and bodies. It became a staple in monastery gardens across Asia, cultivated with reverence and used in daily wellness routines. In ancient Buddhist monasteries, ashwagandha wasn't just another herb. It was considered a rasayana, a Sanskrit term meaning a substance that promotes longevity and vitality. Monks would prepare it in specific ways, often mixing it with warm milk or honey before their evening meditation and sleep. They understood something profound, that the body's deepest healing occurs during sleep, and ashwagandha acts as a gentle guide, ushering the body into its most restorative states. Now let's talk about what modern science has discovered about this ancient wonder, and the findings are absolutely remarkable. Research has shown that ashwagandha is what scientists call an adaptogen, a rare class of herbs that help your body adapt to stress. Think of it as a thermostat for your stress response, bringing balance whether you're too anxious or too fatigued. Clinical studies have demonstrated that ashwagandha can reduce cortisol levels by up to 30%. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, wreaks havoc on our bodies when elevated for prolonged periods, leading to weight gain, insomnia, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging. One groundbreaking study published in the Indian Journal of Psychological Medicine found that participants taking ashwagandha experienced a 44% reduction in stress and anxiety scores compared to just 5% in the placebo group. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The same participants also showed significant improvements in sleep quality. They fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and reported feeling more refreshed upon waking. This is exactly what those ancient Buddhist monks observed centuries ago, now validated by rigorous scientific research. The mechanism behind ashwagandha's stress-destroying power lies in its active compounds called withanolides. These natural chemicals interact with your body's stress response system, specifically the hypothalamic-pituitary-adrenal axis, essentially telling your body it's safe to relax now. When you take ashwagandha before bed, you're not just addressing symptoms, you're supporting your body's fundamental ability to heal itself by creating the optimal internal environment for repair and regeneration. But ashwagandha's benefits extend far beyond stress reduction. This powerful herb supports self-healing in multiple profound ways. First, it enhances your immune system function. Studies show it increases the production of white blood cells and immunoglobulins, your body's natural defense soldiers. When you sleep with ashwagandha in your system, your immune system operates at peak efficiency, identifying and eliminating threats while you rest. Second, ashwagandha possesses remarkable anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of countless diseases, from arthritis to heart disease to diabetes. The herb's compounds actively reduce inflammatory markers in the body, allowing damaged tissues to heal and regenerate. People with chronic joint pain often report significant relief after consistent use, not because ashwagandha masks the pain, but because it addresses the underlying inflammation causing it. Third, this herb supports hormonal balance in both men and women. It helps regulate thyroid function, supports healthy testosterone levels in men, and can ease symptoms of hormonal imbalance in women. When your hormones are balanced, your entire body functions more harmoniously, and healing processes accelerate naturally. Let's discuss the specific conditions ashwagandha addresses with remarkable effectiveness. If you suffer from chronic anxiety or generalized anxiety disorder, this herb can be life-changing. Unlike anti-anxiety medications that often cause drowsiness and dependency, ashwagandha works with your body's natural chemistry to reduce anxiety while maintaining mental clarity during the day and promoting restful sleep at night. For those battling insomnia or poor sleep quality, ashwagandha offers a natural solution without the grogginess or dependency associated with sleeping pills. It doesn't force you to sleep. Instead, it calms your nervous system and regulates your sleep-wake cycle, allowing natural, restorative sleep to occur. Many people report that their dreams become more vivid and meaningful, something Buddhist practitioners have long associated with deeper spiritual and physical healing. If you're dealing with chronic fatigue or adrenal exhaustion, ashwagandha can help rebuild your energy reserves. By supporting adrenal function and reducing the constant drain of elevated cortisol, it allows your body to restore its natural vitality. People often notice increased stamina and endurance within just a few weeks of consistent use. For those with thyroid imbalances, particularly hypothyroidism, ashwagandha has shown promise in normalizing thyroid hormone levels. It can increase the production of T3 and T4 hormones, helping to regulate metabolism, energy levels, and mood. However, if you have hypothyroidism or are on thyroid medication, consult with a healthcare provider before using this herb. Cognitive decline and memory issues also respond well to ashwagandha. Research indicates it can improve memory, task performance, and attention span. It may even offer neuroprotective benefits, potentially slowing age-related cognitive decline. The ancient monks weren't wrong when they used it to enhance their meditation and learning capabilities. Now, let's talk about the crucial aspect of proper dosage and preparation, because getting this right makes all the difference. The effective dosage of ashwagandha typically ranges from 300 to 600 milligrams of a standardized extract taken before bed. If you're using the raw powder form, which is traditional and often more potent, you'll want about 1 to 2 teaspoons, approximately 3 to 6 grams. The traditional Buddhist preparation method is beautiful in its simplicity. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons of ashwagandha powder and mix it with warm milk, either dairy or plant-based. Add a teaspoon of raw honey and a pinch of cardamom or cinnamon. The warm milk helps your body absorb the herb's beneficial compounds, while the honey and spices make it pleasant to drink and add their own healing properties. Drink this mixture about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. If you prefer capsules or tablets, look for products standardized to contain at least 5% with analydes, the active compounds. Take them with a small amount of fat, like a handful of nuts or a spoonful of coconut oil, as ashwagandha is fat-soluble and absorbs better with dietary fat. Start with a lower dose and gradually increase it over a week or two. Some people are more sensitive and find that even smaller amounts provide significant benefits. Consistency is key. This isn't a quick fix, but a supportive practice. Most people begin noticing improvements within 1 to 2 weeks, with full benefits emerging after 4 to 6 weeks of regular use. Let me share some real-world experiences that illustrate ashwagandha's transformative power. Sarah, a 42-year-old teacher from California, had suffered from anxiety and insomnia for over a decade. She tried various medications, but the side effects were intolerable. After starting the ashwagandha nighttime ritual, she reported that within 3 weeks she was falling asleep naturally for the first time in years. Within 2 months, her anxiety had decreased so significantly that she could handle stressful situations that previously would have triggered panic attacks. Then there's Michael, a 55-year-old businessman who was experiencing chronic fatigue and brain fog. His doctor suggested it might be stress-related adrenal issues. Skeptical but desperate, he began taking ashwagandha powder in warm almond milk every night. He reported that after about a month, his energy levels started returning. After 3 months, he felt like a different person, sharp, energetic, and sleeping better than he had in his 30s. Even more remarkable is the story of Priya, a 38-year-old woman dealing with thyroid problems and difficulty losing weight despite diet and exercise. Her thyroid medication wasn't giving her the results she hoped for. After adding ashwagandha to her evening routine and working with her doctor to monitor her thyroid levels, she saw gradual improvement. Her thyroid function normalized somewhat, her energy increased, and she finally started losing the stubborn weight. These aren't isolated cases. Across the world, people are rediscovering what ancient Buddhist practitioners knew, that ashwagandha is a powerful ally in the body's natural healing journey. It doesn't work miracles overnight, but it creates the conditions for your body to heal itself, exactly as nature intended. This is the first key herb in our healing formula, the foundation upon which the others will build. Herb number 2, Tulsi, holy basil, the sacred healer. Now we come to perhaps the most revered herb in both Hindu and Buddhist traditions, Tulsi, known in the West as holy basil. But this isn't your ordinary culinary basil. This is something far more sacred, far more powerful. The very name holy basil tells us that this plant holds a special place in spiritual and healing practices. But why is it called holy? What makes this particular herb worthy of such devotion and reverence? In Sanskrit, Tulsi means the incomparable one, a name that speaks to its unmatched healing properties. Throughout India and Southeast Asia, Tulsi is not just a plant, it's a living embodiment of divine healing energy. In Hindu tradition, Tulsi is considered a manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi, representing purity, protection, and prosperity. But in Buddhist monasteries, Tulsi holds an equally honored position, viewed as a bridge between the earthly and the spiritual, a plant that purifies both body and consciousness. Walk through any traditional Buddhist monastery in Thailand, Sri Lanka, or Tibet, and you'll likely find Tulsi plants growing in sacred gardens, often near meditation halls. This isn't coincidental. Monks have cultivated Tulsi for over 5,000 years, recognizing its unique ability to clarify the mind while healing the body. They would often meditate near Tulsi plants, believing that even its aroma could purify thoughts and enhance spiritual practice. Before important ceremonies or extended meditation retreats, monks would consume Tulsi tea to prepare their bodies and minds for the journey ahead. The story of Tulsi in ancient texts is nothing short of fascinating. In the Karaka Samhita, one of the foundational texts of Ayurvedic medicine written over 2,000 years ago, Tulsi is described as the elixir of life and praised for its ability to promote longevity and prevent disease. Ancient Buddhist medical texts, particularly those from Tibet, describe Tulsi as one of the most important herbs for maintaining balance between the body's energies and protecting against environmental toxins and spiritual impurities. There's a beautiful ancient story that illustrates Tulsi's sacred nature. Legend tells of a devoted spiritual seeker who prayed for a way to help humanity heal from suffering. In response to these prayers, the divine sent Tulsi to earth, a plant so powerful that simply growing it near one's home would purify the air and protect the family from illness. This story, while mythological, points to a truth that modern science is now confirming. Tulsi does indeed purify its environment and offer remarkable protection against disease. In ancient Buddhist healing practices, Tulsi was considered one of the supreme adaptogens, though that term wouldn't be coined until the 20th century. An adaptogen, as we discussed with ashwagandha, is a substance that helps the body adapt to various stressors, whether physical, chemical, or biological. But Tulsi's adaptogenic properties work somewhat differently. While ashwagandha primarily calms and grounds, Tulsi both energizes and protects. It's like a wise guardian that knows exactly what your body needs at any given moment. What makes Tulsi particularly remarkable as an adaptogen is its ability to normalize bodily functions regardless of the direction of imbalance. If your blood sugar is too high, Tulsi helps bring it down. If your immune system is overactive and causing inflammatory issues, Tulsi modulates it. If your immune system is weak and you're constantly getting sick, Tulsi strengthens it. This intelligent balancing action is what ancient healers intuited and what modern research is now documenting. The benefits of Tulsi for immunity are truly extraordinary. This herb is what we call an immunomodulator, meaning it doesn't just boost your immune system blindly, but intelligently regulates it for optimal function. Tulsi contains powerful compounds including eugenol, ursolic acid, and rosmarinic acid, which work together to enhance your body's natural defense mechanisms. Studies have shown that regular Tulsi consumption increases the production of antibodies and strengthens the activity of immune cells like T helper cells and natural killer cells, your body's frontline defenders against pathogens. What's particularly fascinating is Tulsi's antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. Research has demonstrated its effectiveness against a wide range of pathogens, including E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and even some strains of influenza. In one study, people who took Tulsi extract showed a 40% increase in immune cell activity within just 4 weeks. This isn't about artificially stimulating your immune system. It's about helping it function as nature designed it to. When it comes to inflammation, Tulsi is a powerhouse. Chronic inflammation underlies nearly every modern disease, from arthritis to heart disease to cancer. The compounds in Tulsi work similarly to COX-2 inhibitor drugs, but without the dangerous side effects. They block the pathways that create inflammatory chemicals in your body. People with arthritis, inflammatory bowel conditions, or chronic pain often experience significant relief after incorporating Tulsi into their daily routine. The monks knew this intuitively. They used Tulsi to maintain flexibility and ease in their aging bodies, allowing them to continue their meditation practices comfortably. Respiratory health is another area where Tulsi truly shines, and this is particularly relevant in our modern world with increasing air pollution and respiratory challenges. Tulsi has been used for thousands of years to treat coughs, colds, bronchitis, and asthma. It works by dilating the bronchioles, making breathing easier, while simultaneously fighting the infections that often cause respiratory problems. The essential oils in Tulsi, particularly eugenol and camphene, have expectorant properties that help clear mucus from the airways. For those suffering from asthma or chronic bronchitis, Tulsi can be transformative. It reduces the frequency and severity of attacks by decreasing inflammation in the airways and preventing bronchial constriction. Buddhist monks in high-altitude regions where breathing can be challenging have long relied on Tulsi tea to maintain respiratory health and support their breathing during meditation practices. Now let's explore how Tulsi purifies both body and mind, because this is where its truly sacred nature becomes apparent. On a physical level, Tulsi is a powerful detoxifier. It supports liver function, helping this vital organ process and eliminate toxins more efficiently. In our modern world, we're constantly exposed to environmental pollutants, pesticides, heavy metals, and synthetic chemicals. Tulsi helps protect your cells from this toxic burden and supports your body's natural detoxification pathways. But Tulsi's purification goes deeper than just physical detox. The herb contains compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier and directly affect brain chemistry. It helps regulate neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which govern mood, focus, and emotional well-being. Buddhist practitioners noticed that consuming Tulsi before meditation made their practice deeper and more focused. Modern research confirms this, showing that Tulsi can reduce anxiety, improve mental clarity, and enhance cognitive function. There's something almost mystical about how Tulsi seems to clear mental fog and emotional heaviness. People often report feeling more centered, more present, and more emotionally balanced when they use Tulsi regularly. This isn't just subjective experience. Studies using brain imaging have shown that Tulsi affects the same neural pathways that meditation affects, promoting a state of relaxed alertness and mental clarity. If you're finding this information valuable, subscribe if you want to learn more about these ancient healing practices. We regularly share wisdom that can transform your health and well-being, and by subscribing, you ensure you never miss these life-changing insights. The preparation methods for Tulsi are wonderfully simple yet deeply intentional. The most traditional and effective way to use Tulsi is as a tea, and the ritual of preparing it is itself a healing practice. Take about 1 teaspoon of dried Tulsi leaves, or 2 teaspoons if using fresh leaves, and place them in a cup. Pour boiling water over the leaves and let them steep for about 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you steep, the stronger the medicinal properties. The traditional Buddhist approach is to prepare Tulsi tea in the evening, allowing it to cool slightly so it's warm but not hot. Some monks add a small amount of raw honey and a slice of fresh ginger, which complements Tulsi's properties beautifully. The ginger adds warming properties and enhances circulation, while the honey provides additional antimicrobial benefits and makes the somewhat peppery taste of Tulsi more pleasant. You can also use Tulsi tincture, which is a concentrated liquid extract. The typical dose is 30 to 60 drops in a small amount of water taken before bed. Tinctures are convenient and have a long shelf life, making them practical for consistent use. If you prefer capsules, look for standardized extracts containing at least 2.5% ursolic acid. The typical dosage is 300 to 600 milligrams taken in the evening. For respiratory issues, you can create a Tulsi steam inhalation. Boil water with fresh or dried Tulsi leaves, remove from heat, and carefully inhale the aromatic steam for 5 to 10 minutes. This delivers the herb's essential oils directly to your respiratory system, providing immediate relief and long-term healing benefits. An advanced preparation method used in some Buddhist traditions involves combining Tulsi with black pepper and honey into a paste. The black pepper contains piperine, which dramatically increases the absorption of Tulsi's beneficial compounds. Mix 1 teaspoon of Tulsi powder with a pinch of black pepper and enough honey to form a paste. Take this about 30 minutes before bed with warm water. Now let's look at what modern scientific research tells us about this ancient sacred herb, because the findings are remarkable. A comprehensive study published in the Journal of Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine reviewed over 200 research papers on Tulsi and concluded that it has significant therapeutic potential for numerous conditions, including metabolic disorders, cardiovascular disease, immunity, and neurocognitive function. Research from the Central Drug Research Institute in India found that Tulsi extract reduced stress-induced chemical changes in the brain and protected organs from stress-related damage. Another study showed that people taking Tulsi experienced a 39% reduction in stress symptoms and a 20% improvement in sleep quality within just 60 days. Cancer research has shown particularly promising results. While Tulsi isn't a cancer cure, studies indicate it may help prevent cancer development and support conventional cancer treatments. The phytochemicals in tulsi have been shown to increase antioxidant activity, alter gene expression in cancer cells, induce cancer cell death, and prevent tumor blood vessel formation. The National Cancer Institute has even expressed interest in tulsi's chemopreventive properties. For diabetes management, research shows tulsi can lower blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. A study in diabetic patients found that those who took tulsi extract experienced an average 17% reduction in fasting blood sugar and significant improvements in cholesterol levels. Cardiovascular research reveals that tulsi protects the heart by reducing cholesterol, preventing blood clots, and protecting heart tissue from damage. In one study, participants who consumed tulsi daily for 30 days showed significant reductions in blood pressure and improvements in lipid profiles. What's particularly compelling is research on tulsi's neuroprotective effects. Studies suggest it may help prevent age-related cognitive decline and protect against neurodegenerative diseases. The antioxidants in tulsi protect brain cells from oxidative damage, while its anti-inflammatory properties reduce neuroinflammation, a key factor in dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Recent research has even explored tulsi's potential against viral infections, including COVID-19. While more research is needed, preliminary studies suggest that compounds in tulsi may inhibit viral replication and reduce infection severity. This ancient knowledge about tulsi's protective properties is finding validation in cutting-edge medical research. Tulsi is more than just an herb, it's a complete healing system in a single plant. When you consume tulsi before bed, you're not just taking medicine, you're participating in a sacred healing tradition that has served humanity for millennia. You're giving your body the tools it needs to purify, protect, and heal itself naturally. Combined with ashwagandha, these two herbs create a powerful foundation for the body's overnight healing processes, setting the stage for even deeper restoration when we add the remaining 3 herbs to our formula. Herb number 3, turmeric, golden milk base, the golden healer. Let's now explore what might be the most visually striking and scientifically studied herb in our formula, turmeric, the golden healer. If you've ever seen turmeric, you know why it's called golden. Its vibrant, deep orange-yellow color seems to glow with an inner light, as if the plant itself has captured and concentrated the healing power of the sun. This isn't just poetic imagination. Ancient Buddhist monks believed that turmeric's golden color represented its ability to illuminate and purify the body from within, driving out darkness in the form of disease and imbalance. The sacred status of turmeric in Buddhism runs deep and wide across Asian cultures. In Buddhist ceremonies throughout Southeast Asia, turmeric holds a place of honor. Monks' robes are traditionally dyed with turmeric, not just for its beautiful golden hue, but because of the belief that wearing this sacred plant offers protection and spiritual purification. In ancient Buddhist texts, turmeric is referred to as Haridra in Sanskrit, meaning dear to Hari, connecting it to divine energy and healing power. Walk into any Buddhist temple in Thailand, Myanmar or Sri Lanka, and you'll likely see turmeric used in ritual offerings and blessing ceremonies. But beyond its ceremonial use, turmeric has been a cornerstone of Buddhist medicinal practices for over 4,000 years. Buddhist physicians recognized that this humble root possessed extraordinary healing powers. They observed that wounds treated with turmeric paste healed faster and without infection. They noticed that elderly monks who consumed turmeric daily maintained sharper minds and more flexible bodies. They understood that turmeric wasn't just treating symptoms, but fundamentally changing how the body functioned at its deepest levels. In Tibetan Buddhist medicine, turmeric is classified as a cooling herb that clears heat from the body. In Western terms, we now understand this heat as inflammation, and turmeric's ability to cool it is nothing short of remarkable. Tibetan monks would prepare elaborate turmeric formulations for treating everything from digestive disorders to joint pain to cognitive decline. The formula we're sharing today draws directly from these ancient preparation methods, refined over millennia of careful observation and use. Now let's talk about curcumin, the compound that makes turmeric so extraordinary. Curcumin is the primary active ingredient in turmeric, responsible for both its golden color and its miraculous healing properties. This single compound has been the subject of over 15,000 scientific studies, making it one of the most thoroughly researched natural compounds in existence. And what these studies reveal is absolutely astounding. Curcumin is a polyphenol, a type of plant compound with powerful biological effects. But curcumin isn't just any polyphenol, it's one of the most versatile and powerful healing compounds nature has ever created. It works at the molecular level, influencing hundreds of different pathways in your body simultaneously. Imagine a master conductor directing an entire orchestra of healing responses, and you'll begin to understand how curcumin operates within your system. What makes curcumin truly miraculous is its ability to affect multiple disease processes at once. While modern pharmaceuticals typically target a single pathway or mechanism, curcumin works on multiple fronts simultaneously, reducing inflammation, neutralizing free radicals, supporting detoxification, regulating gene expression, and even influencing the activity of various enzymes and proteins throughout your body. This multi-targeted approach is exactly what traditional Buddhist medicine always emphasized, treating the whole person, not just isolated symptoms. Let's delve into turmeric's anti-inflammatory effects, because this is where it truly shines as a healer. Chronic inflammation is now recognized as the underlying cause of virtually every major disease: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, arthritis, autoimmune conditions, and more. When your body is in a constant state of inflammation, it's like a fire burning continuously inside you, slowly damaging tissues, organs, and systems. Curcumin is one of nature's most powerful fire extinguishers. Studies have shown that curcumin is as effective as anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and aspirin, but without the dangerous side effects like stomach bleeding, liver damage, or increased heart attack risk. In fact, curcumin works by blocking NF-kappa B, a molecule that travels into the nuclei of your cells and activates genes related to inflammation. By inhibiting this molecular switch, curcumin stops inflammation at its source, at the genetic level. This is exactly what those ancient Buddhist physicians were doing when they prescribed turmeric. They were performing genetic medicine without knowing the modern terminology. Research published in the journal Oncogene compared curcumin to several anti-inflammatory pharmaceuticals and found that curcumin was among the most effective anti-inflammatory compounds in existence. A study in patients with rheumatoid arthritis found that those taking curcumin experienced greater symptom relief than those taking anti-inflammatory drugs, with significant reductions in joint tenderness and swelling. Now, the antioxidant effects of turmeric are equally impressive. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage your cells through a process called oxidative stress. This damage accumulates over time, contributing to aging and disease development. Your body has natural antioxidant defenses, but in our modern world filled with pollution, processed foods, stress, and toxins, these defenses often become overwhelmed. This is where curcumin steps in as a powerful ally. Curcumin is both a direct antioxidant, meaning it neutralizes free radicals itself, and an indirect antioxidant, meaning it boosts your body's own antioxidant enzymes. It's like having a superhero that both fights villains directly and trains your own defense forces to be stronger. Studies show that curcumin increases the activity of your body's main antioxidant enzymes, including superoxide dismutase and glutathione peroxidase, by up to 50%. This enhanced antioxidant capacity protects every cell in your body from damage, slowing the aging process and preventing disease development. Brain health is another area where turmeric demonstrates truly remarkable benefits, and this is particularly relevant as we age. For centuries, Buddhist monks in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s maintained sharp minds and clear memory, often attributing this to their daily turmeric consumption. Modern science now explains why. Curcumin can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly protect brain cells from damage. One of the most exciting discoveries about curcumin is its ability to increase levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain. It's a growth hormone that functions in your brain, encouraging the formation of new neurons and new connections between existing neurons. This process, called neurogenesis, was once thought impossible in adult brains, but we now know it occurs throughout life, and curcumin significantly enhances it. Low levels of BDNF are linked to depression, Alzheimer's disease, and age-related cognitive decline. By boosting BDNF, curcumin may help delay or even reverse age-related decreases in brain function. Studies have shown that people who consume curcumin regularly perform better on memory tests and show improvements in mood and attention. Some research even suggests that curcumin might help clear the amyloid plaques that accumulate in Alzheimer's disease, though more research is needed to confirm this exciting possibility. In one fascinating study, older adults who took curcumin supplements for 18 months showed significant improvements in memory and attention compared to those taking placebo. Brain imaging revealed that those taking curcumin had less accumulation of abnormal proteins in brain regions controlling memory and emotion. This is ancient wisdom meeting cutting-edge neuroscience, and the results are profound. Joint health and pain relief are areas where people often notice turmeric's benefits most quickly and dramatically. If you suffer from arthritis, joint pain, or stiffness, turmeric could be genuinely life-changing. The anti-inflammatory properties we discussed earlier are particularly powerful in joint tissue, where chronic inflammation causes pain, swelling, and eventual joint destruction. Multiple clinical trials have demonstrated turmeric's effectiveness for arthritis. In one study comparing curcumin to diclofenac, a common arthritis medication, participants taking curcumin experienced better pain reduction and improved mobility, with zero gastrointestinal side effects that often plague pharmaceutical anti-inflammatories. Another study found that people with knee osteoarthritis who took curcumin for 90 days experienced pain reduction equivalent to taking ibuprofen, but again, without side effects. What's particularly remarkable is that turmeric doesn't just mask pain, it addresses the underlying joint degradation. Studies show it can slow the breakdown of cartilage, reduce inflammatory markers in joint fluid, and even help regenerate damaged joint tissue. Buddhist monks who worked physically demanding tasks, from tending gardens to constructing temples, relied on turmeric to maintain joint health and mobility throughout their lives. Now we understand the biological mechanisms behind this traditional wisdom. But here's something crucial you need to know. Turmeric by itself is poorly absorbed by your body. You could consume large amounts and only absorb a tiny fraction of its beneficial compounds. This is where ancient wisdom reveals its sophistication. Traditional Buddhist preparations always combined turmeric with specific ingredients that dramatically enhanced its absorption and effectiveness. The most important of these is black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, and this is where the magic happens. Piperine increases curcumin absorption by an astounding 2,000%. Yes, you read that correctly. 2,000%. Without black pepper, most of the curcumin you consume passes through your digestive system unused. With black pepper, suddenly your body can access and utilize turmeric's full healing potential. Buddhist healers discovered this combination thousands of years ago through careful observation, though they didn't understand the molecular mechanisms. They simply noticed that turmeric worked much better when combined with black pepper. Modern science has now confirmed and quantified what they knew intuitively. Fat is the other crucial element for activating turmeric's power. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it dissolves in fat rather than water. Traditional preparations always included healthy fats like ghee, coconut oil or nut milk. These fats carry curcumin across your intestinal wall and into your bloodstream, where it can reach tissues throughout your body. This brings us to the traditional Buddhist preparation methods, and this is where everything comes together beautifully. The most revered preparation is called golden milk, and it's a masterpiece of herbal synergy. Here's how Buddhist monks have prepared it for centuries, and how you can prepare it tonight. Take 1 cup of milk, either dairy or plant-based like almond, coconut or oat milk. Warm it gently on the stove, don't let it boil. Add 1 teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder or 1 tablespoon of freshly grated turmeric root. Add a generous pinch of black pepper, about 1/8 teaspoon. This is crucial. Do not skip the black pepper. Add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or ghee for fat content. Then add your flavor enhancers, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of cardamom, and a teaspoon of raw honey once the mixture has cooled slightly. Stir everything together thoroughly, allowing the spices to infuse the warm milk for about 5 minutes. The result should be a beautiful golden liquid with a warm, slightly spicy aroma. Drink this 30 to 60 minutes before bed, sipping slowly and mindfully. Many people describe the experience as comforting and grounding, preparing both body and mind for deep, restorative sleep. An alternative method involves making a turmeric paste that you can prepare in advance and store. Combine 1/4 cup turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, and 1/2 cup water in a small pot. Heat gently while stirring until it forms a thick paste. Let it cool, then store it in a glass jar in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. Each evening, simply add 1 teaspoon of this paste to warm milk with a bit of honey and oil. Some advanced practitioners prepare what's called a golden healing elixir that combines turmeric with ginger root, both fresh and grated. Ginger adds its own anti-inflammatory and digestive benefits, creating an even more powerful healing formula. To make this, grate 1 inch of fresh turmeric and 1 inch of fresh ginger. Steep them in warm milk with black pepper and coconut oil, strain and drink. The beauty of these traditional preparations is that they're not just delivering isolated compounds, they're providing a symphony of healing elements working together. The warm milk soothes your digestive system and promotes relaxation. The turmeric reduces inflammation throughout your body. The black pepper ensures maximum absorption. The healthy fats carry everything where it needs to go. The honey provides antimicrobial benefits and gentle sweetness. The cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar. Every element serves a purpose, contributing to your body's overnight healing processes. When you drink this golden elixir before bed, you're giving your body a concentrated dose of healing compounds that will work throughout the night while you sleep. As your body enters its deepest healing phases during sleep, turmeric is there, reducing inflammation, protecting your brain, regenerating your joints, neutralizing free radicals, and supporting countless other healing processes. This is the golden healer, the 3rd pillar of our 5-herb formula, and its effects are truly transformative when combined with the ashwagandha and tulsi we've already discussed. Herb number 4, chamomile, the gentle tranquilizer. Now we arrive at perhaps the most beloved and gentle herb in our healing formula, chamomile. If turmeric is the warrior that fights inflammation with golden fire, chamomile is the tender healer that soothes, calms, and gently guides your body into its most restorative state. There's something profoundly comforting about chamomile, from its delicate daisy-like flowers to its sweet apple-scented aroma. The very smell of chamomile brewing can begin to relax your nervous system before you even take your first sip. The history of chamomile is ancient and spans multiple civilizations, each recognizing this flower's extraordinary healing properties. The ancient Egyptians were perhaps chamomile's earliest devotees, holding it in such high regard that they dedicated it to their sun god, Ra. Egyptian priests used chamomile to treat nervous disorders and prescribed it as a remedy for intermittent fevers. Cleopatra herself was said to have bathed in chamomile-infused water to maintain her legendary beauty and composure. The ancient Romans took their love of chamomile even further. Roman physicians like Pliny the Elder and Dioscorides extensively documented chamomile's medicinal uses, prescribing it for headaches, liver troubles, kidney problems, and to promote overall vitality. Roman soldiers carried chamomile with them into battle, using it to treat wounds and calm their nerves before combat. They would create chamomile salves for healing and brew chamomile tea to steady their minds and bodies in the chaos of war. But it's in Buddhist monasteries where chamomile found perhaps its most refined and intentional use. Buddhist monks across Asia incorporated chamomile into their evening routines as a bridge between the active day and the meditative night. They discovered that chamomile had a unique property. It calmed the body and mind without causing drowsiness or mental fog. This made it perfect for evening meditation sessions, where monks sought to be deeply relaxed yet perfectly alert and present. In Tibetan Buddhist medicine, chamomile is classified as a herb that pacifies wind energy, which in Western terms relates to anxiety, restlessness, and nervous system imbalance. Monks would harvest chamomile flowers at specific times, always in the late morning when the dew had dried, but before the sun's heat became too intense, believing this timing captured the plant's optimal healing energy. They would dry the flowers carefully in shade, preserving their delicate, volatile oils, then store them in special containers to maintain potency. The science behind chamomile's calming effects centers on a powerful compound called apigenin, and understanding this compound reveals why chamomile works so beautifully as a natural tranquilizer. Apigenin is a flavonoid, a type of plant compound with remarkable biological activity. What makes apigenin particularly special is how it interacts with your brain's neurotransmitter systems, specifically the GABA receptors. GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid, is your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. It works like a brake pedal for your nervous system, slowing down racing thoughts, reducing anxiety, and promoting relaxation. When apigenin binds to GABA receptors in your brain, it enhances GABA's calming effects, creating a gentle wave of relaxation that spreads throughout your nervous system. This is the same mechanism used by anti-anxiety medications like benzodiazepines, but chamomile works much more gently without causing dependency, tolerance, or the next-day grogginess associated with pharmaceutical sleep aids. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Psychopharmacology found that people with generalized anxiety disorder who took chamomile extract experienced significant reductions in anxiety symptoms. Another study showed that chamomile not only reduces anxiety, but also helps prevent anxiety from returning, suggesting it has lasting effects on nervous system regulation rather than just temporary symptom relief. But apigenin does more than just calm your nerves. It also possesses anti-inflammatory properties, protects cells from oxidative damage, and may even have anti-cancer effects. Studies have shown that apigenin can inhibit the growth of various cancer cells, including breast, prostate, skin, and thyroid cancer cells. While chamomile certainly isn't a cancer treatment, these findings suggest that this gentle flower harbors powerful protective properties at the cellular level. Digestive healing is another area where chamomile truly excels, and this was well known to ancient healers. The digestive system and the nervous system are intimately connected through what scientists now call the gut-brain axis. When you're stressed or anxious, your digestion suffers. Conversely, when your digestion is troubled, it can increase anxiety and disturb sleep. Chamomile addresses both sides of this connection simultaneously. Chamomile is what herbalists call a carminative, meaning it helps relieve gas, bloating, and digestive discomfort. It relaxes the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, easing cramping and spasms. For people with irritable bowel syndrome, chamomile can be remarkably soothing, reducing both the physical discomfort and the anxiety that often accompanies digestive disorders. Buddhist monks understood this connection, often preparing chamomile tea after their evening meal to ensure comfortable digestion during meditation and sleep. The anti-inflammatory properties of chamomile also benefit the digestive system directly. It soothes inflammation in the stomach lining, helps heal ulcers, and protects against damage from stress-induced stomach acid. Studies have shown that chamomile can be as effective as some prescription medications for treating indigestion and acid reflux, but without any side effects. In fact, in Germany, where herbal medicine is taken seriously by the medical establishment, chamomile is an approved treatment for gastrointestinal inflammation and spasms. Sleep quality improvement is perhaps what chamomile is most famous for in modern times, and the research supporting this use is compelling. A study in postpartum women found that those who drank chamomile tea for 2 weeks reported significantly better sleep quality compared to those who didn't. They fell asleep faster, woke less during the night, and reported feeling more rested in the morning. Another study in elderly people showed similar results, with chamomile improving overall sleep quality and reducing the time needed to fall asleep. What's particularly interesting is that chamomile doesn't just help you sleep, it improves the quality of that sleep. Research using sleep monitoring equipment shows that people who consume chamomile spend more time in deep sleep stages, the phases where the most critical physical and mental restoration occurs. This is exactly what we want when we're taking herbs before bed. Not just more sleep, but better, more restorative sleep. For anxiety and depression support, chamomile offers genuine hope as a natural remedy. A long-term study published in Phytomedicine followed people with generalized anxiety disorder who took chamomile extract. Not only did it significantly reduce their anxiety symptoms, but it also helped prevent relapse when they stopped taking it, suggesting that chamomile was helping to reset their nervous system rather than just masking symptoms. Depression often accompanies anxiety, and preliminary research suggests chamomile may help with this as well. While more studies are needed, some research indicates that chamomile's effects on neurotransmitter systems may improve mood and reduce depressive symptoms. Several participants in clinical trials have reported feeling not just calmer, but also more optimistic and emotionally balanced after regular chamomile use. Comment below which place you are watching from and whether you've tried any of these herbs before. We'd love to hear about your experiences and connect with our global community of natural healing enthusiasts. The way Buddhist monks used chamomile for meditation reveals deep wisdom about this herb's subtle effects. Unlike sedative herbs that dull awareness, chamomile creates what monks described as alert calmness, a state where the body is deeply relaxed but the mind remains clear and present. This is ideal for meditation, where you want to be free from physical tension and mental agitation, but still fully conscious and aware. Monks would drink chamomile tea about 30 minutes before their evening meditation session. By the time they sat down to meditate, the chamomile had begun working its gentle magic. The body felt soft and at ease. Breathing became naturally deeper and slower. The mind released its grip on the day's concerns, yet awareness remained bright and focused. In this state, meditation deepened naturally, without force or struggle. Some monastic traditions developed specific chamomile meditation practices. Monks would hold a cup of warm chamomile tea in both hands, focusing on the warmth, the aroma, the color, using the tea itself as a meditation object. They would take slow, mindful sips, paying complete attention to the taste, the sensation of warmth moving down the throat, the gradual spreading of relaxation through the body. This practice turned the simple act of drinking tea into a complete meditation, training presence and awareness while delivering the herb's healing benefits. Now let's talk about brewing the perfect chamomile, because how you prepare this herb significantly affects its benefits. The traditional Buddhist method is both simple and precise, designed to extract maximum healing compounds while preserving the delicate essential oils that contribute so much to chamomile's effects. Start with high-quality dried chamomile flowers. Whole flowers are superior to tea bags, which often contain broken pieces with diminished potency. You want flowers that look intact, with a bright white color and a strong, sweet, apple-like scent. If the flowers smell musty or look brown, they're too old and have lost their healing properties. Use approximately 1 tablespoon of dried chamomile flowers per cup of water. Place the flowers in a teapot or cup. Here's a crucial detail that many people get wrong. Water temperature matters. Don't use boiling water directly on the flowers. Instead, let boiled water cool for about 1 minute until it reaches approximately 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Water that's too hot destroys some of chamomile's beneficial volatile oils. Pour the heated water over the flowers and cover the container immediately. This is essential. Covering prevents the aromatic oils from escaping with the steam. Steep for exactly 10 to 15 minutes. This is longer than most people steep chamomile, but it's necessary to extract the full range of beneficial compounds, including the apigenin that provides the calming effects. Shorter steeping times produce a pleasant-tasting tea, but miss much of the medicinal value. During this steeping time, you can practice mindful breathing, watching the flowers slowly release their golden color into the water, turning it from clear to a beautiful pale yellow gold. After steeping, strain the flowers. You can add a small amount of raw honey if desired, but wait until the tea has cooled to below 110 degrees to preserve honey's beneficial enzymes. Some traditions add a slice of fresh lemon, which not only enhances flavor, but also increases the bioavailability of chamomile's antioxidants. A tiny pinch of lavender flowers can be added for additional calming effects, though use lavender sparingly as it can overpower chamomile's delicate flavor. Drink your chamomile tea slowly, about 45 to 60 minutes before you plan to sleep. Sit comfortably, perhaps in a quiet space, and give yourself this time as a transition from your active day to your restful night. Each sip is an act of self-care, a message to your nervous system that it's safe to relax, that healing can begin. For enhanced effects, you can create a chamomile infusion by using twice the amount of flowers and steeping for 20 minutes. This stronger preparation provides more concentrated healing compounds. Some people even prepare chamomile as a gentle bedtime tonic by combining it with the other herbs in our formula, creating a comprehensive healing tea that addresses multiple aspects of health simultaneously. Chamomile is the gentle tranquilizer, the 4th herb in our powerful 5-herb formula. It brings softness where there is tension, peace where there is anxiety, rest where there is wakefulness. Combined with ashwagandha's grounding strength, tulsi's purifying protection, and turmeric's golden inflammation-fighting power, Chamomile adds the essential element of gentle nervous system support that allows all the other herbs to work more effectively. When your nervous system is calm, your body can direct its energy toward healing rather than stress response, and this is when the deepest restoration occurs. Herb number 5. Ginger, the universal medicine. We now come to the fifth and final herb in our healing formula, the one that ties everything together and amplifies the effects of all the others. Ginger, rightfully called the universal medicine. If you've ever tasted fresh ginger, you know its unmistakable character. Sharp, warming, slightly sweet and wonderfully aromatic. That distinctive heat you feel isn't just flavor, it's healing power activating in your mouth, signaling what's about to happen throughout your entire body. Ginger is like a spark that ignites your body's healing furnace, warming, energizing, and optimizing every system it touches. In Buddhist medicine traditions, ginger holds a position of unparalleled importance. It appears in more traditional formulas than almost any other herb, earning it the title the universal medicine across Buddhist healing texts. Ancient Buddhist physicians called ginger Vishwabhasaj in Sanskrit, literally meaning the medicine for the universe or the remedy for everything. This wasn't hyperbole. It reflected their observation that ginger seemed to benefit virtually every bodily system and complement nearly every other medicinal herb. Travel to any Buddhist monastery in Asia, from the Himalayas to Southeast Asia, and you'll find ginger growing in their medicinal gardens. Tibetan Buddhist medicine, one of the world's most sophisticated healing systems, lists ginger as one of the great medicines and includes it in hundreds of traditional formulas. The famous Tibetan medical text, the Gyud Shi, describes ginger as having the power to ignite digestive fire, clear cold disorders, and enhance the potency of other medicines. This last point is crucial. Ginger isn't just healing on its own, it makes other herbs work better, which is why it's the perfect final addition to our 5-herb formula. Buddhist monks understood that ginger possesses what they called warming energy. In traditional medical terms, this means ginger increases circulation, stimulates metabolism, and activates the body's healing processes. Monks who meditated in cold mountain monasteries would consume ginger daily to maintain warmth and circulation during long periods of sitting meditation. They noticed that ginger not only warmed their bodies, but also seemed to warm their digestive systems, improving their ability to absorb nutrients from their simple vegetarian diets. The anti-nausea and digestive benefits of ginger are perhaps its most famous properties, and the research supporting these effects is overwhelming. Ginger has been shown to be remarkably effective against various forms of nausea: morning sickness in pregnancy, motion sickness, post-surgical nausea, and chemotherapy-induced nausea. The compounds responsible for this are gingerols and shogaols, which work by blocking serotonin receptors in the gut and directly affecting the vomiting center in the brain. Anti-nausea medications, but without the side effects like drowsiness or dizziness. Pregnant women who took ginger experienced significant reductions in morning sickness severity, with some studies showing up to 75% improvement. For people undergoing chemotherapy, ginger has proven so effective that many oncologists now recommend it as a complementary therapy alongside conventional anti-nausea drugs. But ginger's digestive benefits go far beyond nausea relief. It stimulates the production of digestive enzymes and bile, helping your body break down food more efficiently. Buddhist monks would drink ginger tea before meals to awaken the digestive fire, ensuring they could extract maximum nutrition from their food. Modern research confirms this wisdom. Ginger accelerates gastric emptying, meaning food moves through your digestive system at an optimal pace, neither too fast nor too slow. For people suffering from indigestion, bloating, or general digestive discomfort, ginger can be transformative. It relaxes the intestinal muscles, reducing cramping and gas. It also has antimicrobial properties that help balance gut bacteria, eliminating harmful organisms while supporting beneficial ones. One study found that people with chronic indigestion who took ginger experienced significant symptom relief, with food moving through their digestive system twice as fast as before. Circulation and warmth are central to ginger's healing power, and this is where its traditional warming classification becomes scientifically validated. Ginger improves blood circulation throughout your body by dilating blood vessels and thinning the blood slightly. This increased circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your cells, while waste products and toxins are removed more efficiently. It's like upgrading your body's transportation system, ensuring everything gets where it needs to go faster and more effectively. This warming circulatory effect is particularly important for nighttime healing. When you consume ginger before bed, it ensures that all the other herbs in our formula, along with nutrients from your dinner, are distributed efficiently throughout your body. The ashwagandha, tulsi, turmeric, and chamomile can reach every tissue and organ that needs healing. Additionally, good circulation is essential for the tissue repair and regeneration that occurs during sleep. People with cold hands and feet, a sign of poor circulation, often notice dramatic improvement after adding ginger to their routine. The warming sensation spreads from the core outward, bringing vitality to extremities. This improved circulation also supports cardiovascular health. Studies show that ginger can help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol levels, and prevent blood clots, all while supporting the heart's overall function. The anti-inflammatory properties of ginger are profound and work through multiple mechanisms. Like turmeric, ginger contains compounds that inhibit inflammatory pathways at the cellular level. The gingerols in ginger are structurally similar to curcumin in turmeric, and they work synergistically when combined. This is why traditional Buddhist formulas almost always pair these two roots together. The ancient physicians recognized their complementary effects. Research shows that regular ginger consumption can significantly reduce inflammatory markers throughout the body. One study found that people who took ginger extract daily for 3 months showed reductions in inflammatory cytokines comparable to those achieved with anti-inflammatory drugs. Another study in people with osteoarthritis found that ginger extract reduced knee pain by 40%, with participants able to walk further and with less discomfort. What makes ginger's anti-inflammatory action particularly valuable is its ability to reduce inflammation without suppressing immune function. Some anti-inflammatory drugs work by dampening the immune system, leaving you vulnerable to infections. Ginger, by contrast, reduces harmful inflammation while actually supporting immune function, which brings us to our next point. Immune system support is another area where ginger demonstrates remarkable benefits. The compounds in ginger have powerful antimicrobial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Fresh ginger can inhibit the growth of many bacteria, including some that are resistant to antibiotics. It's particularly effective against respiratory viruses, which is why traditional remedies for colds and flu almost always include ginger. Studies have shown that ginger can boost immune cell activity, increase antibody production, and enhance your body's overall immune response. During cold and flu season, Buddhist monks would increase their ginger consumption, often chewing small pieces of fresh ginger throughout the day or drinking multiple cups of ginger tea. Modern research validates this practice. People who consume ginger regularly tend to have fewer respiratory infections and recover faster when they do get sick. Ginger also supports immune function by improving gut health, which is crucial because approximately 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. By promoting healthy digestion, balancing gut bacteria, and reducing intestinal inflammation, ginger creates an environment where your immune system can function optimally. Pain relief mechanisms in ginger work through multiple pathways, making it effective for various types of pain. The gingerols and other compounds in ginger inhibit the production of prostaglandins and leukotrienes, chemicals that cause pain and inflammation. They also block pain signals from reaching the brain through effects on neurotransmitter pathways. This multi-targeted approach means ginger can address both the source of pain and the perception of pain. Clinical trials have demonstrated ginger's effectiveness for multiple pain conditions. For muscle pain and soreness, especially after exercise, ginger has shown remarkable results. One study found that people who took ginger daily experienced 25% less muscle pain after exercise compared to those taking placebo. For menstrual pain, ginger has proven as effective as common pain medications, with women experiencing significant relief when taking ginger at the onset of their period. Migraine sufferers have also found relief with ginger. A study comparing ginger powder to a common migraine medication found that ginger was equally effective at reducing migraine pain intensity, with participants experiencing relief within 2 hours and with fewer side effects than the pharmaceutical option. Buddhist monks who suffered from headaches would apply fresh ginger paste to their foreheads while drinking ginger tea, addressing pain from both outside and inside. Now let's address an important question. Fresh versus dried ginger. What's better? The answer is nuanced and depends on what you're trying to achieve. Fresh ginger and dried ginger have different chemical compositions and therefore different healing properties. Understanding this allows you to use each form strategically. Fresh ginger contains high levels of gingerol, the compound responsible for ginger's distinctive sharp, hot taste and many of its anti-nausea and digestive benefits. Fresh ginger is superior for digestive issues, nausea, and situations where you want immediate, acute effects. It's also better for immune support, as fresh ginger has higher levels of certain volatile oils with antimicrobial properties. Buddhist monks would use fresh ginger slices in their evening tea when seeking immediate digestive comfort or immune support. Dried ginger, on the other hand, contains more shogal, a compound formed when gingerol is dried. Shogal has more potent anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties than gingerol. Dried ginger is therefore better for chronic pain conditions, long-term inflammation, and situations where you want sustained, long-lasting effects. It also has a more pronounced warming effect on the body, making it ideal for improving circulation and addressing conditions characterized by coldness in traditional medicine terms. For our nighttime healing formula, the ideal approach is to use both forms together. Start with fresh ginger for its immediate digestive and immune-supporting effects, and add a smaller amount of dried ginger powder for its sustained anti-inflammatory and warming properties. This combination provides both immediate and long-lasting benefits, addressing acute needs while supporting overnight healing processes. The preparation method matters as well. For fresh ginger, slice or grate it rather than juicing it, as the fiber contains beneficial compounds. Use approximately 1 inch of fresh ginger root, peeled and thinly sliced or grated. For dried ginger, use about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of powder. Add these to your evening herbal mixture, allowing them to steep together with the other herbs. Traditional Buddhist preparation often involves creating a ginger decoction, which means simmering the ginger in water for 10 to 15 minutes rather than just steeping it. This extracts more of the beneficial compounds, creating a stronger, more medicinally potent tea. Some traditions would simmer fresh ginger slices with a cinnamon stick and a few cloves, creating a warming, aromatic base to which they would then add the other herbs. Share this video with anyone who needs this information. Natural healing wisdom like this should be available to everyone, And by sharing, you're helping spread knowledge that could genuinely transform someone's health and life. Ginger is the universal medicine, the fifth and final herb in our formula, and its role cannot be overstated. It enhances the absorption and effectiveness of every other herb we've discussed. It warms and activates your digestive system, ensuring you extract maximum benefit from the ashwagandha, tulsi, turmeric, and chamomile. It supports circulation, ensuring these healing compounds reach every cell that needs them. It adds its own powerful anti-inflammatory, immune-supporting, and pain-relieving benefits to the mix. And it does all this while making the entire formula taste better and more pleasant to consume. Together, these 5 herbs create a synergistic healing formula that's far more powerful than any single herb alone. This is the wisdom of traditional Buddhist medicine, understanding not just individual plants, but how they work together, supporting and amplifying each other's effects to create something truly transformative. The sacred nighttime formula. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. How to combine all 5 of these powerful herbs into one perfectly balanced, deeply healing nighttime elixir. This isn't just about mixing ingredients together. What we're about to share is a sacred formula, refined over thousands of years by Buddhist healers, designed to create maximum synergy between these plants. When prepared correctly, this combination becomes far more than the sum of its parts. Each herb enhances the others, creating a healing symphony that works throughout your body while you sleep. The beauty of this formula lies in its precision. Ancient Buddhist physicians understood that the ratio of herbs matters enormously. Too much of one herb can overpower the others. Too little means you miss its benefits. The proportions we're sharing have been tested across millennia, used by countless individuals who found profound healing. This is living wisdom, passed down through generations of healers, and now being shared with you. Let's begin with the exact measurements and ratios for a single evening dose. This formula is designed for one person to be consumed approximately 45 to 60 minutes before sleep. Here's what you'll need. 1 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder, 1 teaspoon of dried tulsi leaves or 2 teaspoons of fresh leaves, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder or 1 tablespoon of freshly grated turmeric root, 1 tablespoon of dried chamomile flowers, 1 inch of fresh ginger root sliced thin or grated plus 1/4 teaspoon of dried ginger powder, 1/8 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or ghee, 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw honey, 1½ cups of milk, either dairy or plant-based such as almond, coconut or oat milk, and optionally 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of cardamom for enhanced flavor and additional benefits. These measurements create a perfectly balanced formula where no single herb dominates but each contributes its essential healing properties. The ashwagandha grounds and calms your stress response. The tulsi purifies and protects your immune system. The turmeric fights inflammation throughout your body. The chamomile soothes your nervous system and promotes deep sleep. The ginger activates everything, ensuring optimal absorption and circulation. Together, they create conditions for profound, overnight healing. Now let's walk through the step-by-step preparation ritual. This process should take about 15 minutes, and these 15 minutes become a meditation in themselves, a transition from your busy day to your healing night. Approach this preparation with intention and presence. You're not just making a drink, you're creating medicine for your body, mind, and spirit. Step 1. Gather all your ingredients and equipment. You'll need a small pot or saucepan, a wooden or stainless steel spoon for stirring, a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth, your favorite mug or cup, and measuring spoons. Lay everything out mindfully, creating a clean, organized workspace. This act of preparation itself begins to calm your mind and signal to your body that healing time is approaching. Step 2. Begin with the ginger. If using fresh ginger, Peel it carefully and slice it into thin rounds or grate it finely. The thinner the slices or finer the grate, the more surface area exposed, and the more healing compounds will infuse into your drink. Place the fresh ginger in your pot. If you're also using dried ginger powder, set it aside for now. You'll add it later. Step 3. Add your liquid. Pour 1½ cups of your chosen milk into the pot with the ginger. If using dairy milk, whole milk or 2% works best, as the fat helps absorb the herb's beneficial compounds. For plant-based options, full-fat coconut milk creates the richest, most traditional taste, while almond or oat milk offer lighter alternatives. The key is choosing a milk with some fat content, as several of these herbs, particularly turmeric and ashwagandha, are fat-soluble. Step 4. Add the coconut oil or ghee. This is crucial and should never be skipped. Add 1 full teaspoon to your milk and ginger mixture. This fat serves multiple purposes. It helps extract and carry the fat-soluble compounds from your herbs. It enhances the bioavailability of curcumin in turmeric by up to 2,000% when combined with black pepper, and it provides sustained energy and satiety throughout the night. Step 5. Begin heating your mixture. Place your pot on the stove over medium-low heat. You want to warm the milk gently, not boil it. Vigorous boiling can destroy some of the delicate beneficial compounds in milk and will later damage some of the herb's volatile oils. Heat the milk and ginger mixture slowly, stirring occasionally, until you see small bubbles forming around the edges but before it reaches a rolling boil. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Step 6. Add your powdered herbs. Once your milk is hot but not boiling, reduce the heat to low. Now add your ashwagandha powder, turmeric powder if using powder rather than fresh root, and dried ginger powder. Add the crucially important black pepper at this point as well. Stir everything together thoroughly, ensuring no clumps form. The mixture will take on a beautiful golden color from the turmeric, and you'll smell the warming, earthy aromas of these ancient healing roots. Step 7. Add the tulsi and chamomile. Drop in your tulsi leaves and chamomile flowers. If you're using fresh turmeric root instead of powder, add it now as well, grated or finely chopped. Stir gently to combine. These more delicate herbs are added after the initial heating to preserve their volatile oils and subtle healing compounds. Step 8. Steep with intention. Turn off the heat completely. Cover your pot with a lid. This is essential. Covering prevents the aromatic healing compounds from escaping with the steam. Let everything steep together for 10 to 15 minutes. During this time, the herbs are releasing their healing properties into the milk, creating a synergistic infusion where each herb's compounds interact and enhance the others. This steeping time is your opportunity for meditation. Sit comfortably nearby. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Smell the incredible aroma rising from your pot, the earthiness of ashwagandha, the sweet apple-like scent of chamomile, the warm spice of ginger, the peppery notes of tulsi. Let these aromas begin their work, signaling to your body and mind that healing and rest are coming. Step 9. Strain your elixir. After steeping, carefully strain the mixture through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth into your favorite mug. Press gently on the herbs with a spoon to extract all the beneficial liquid. You should have about 1 cup of golden aromatic healing liquid. The spent herbs can be composted. They've given you their medicine. Step 10. Add the final touches. Wait for your elixir to cool to a comfortable drinking temperature, warm but not scalding, around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. This is important because temperatures above 110 degrees can destroy the beneficial enzymes in raw honey. Once it's cooled slightly, add your honey and stir until dissolved. If you're adding cinnamon and cardamom, sprinkle them in now and stir. These final additions not only enhance the flavor, but add their own healing properties. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar, and cardamom supports digestion and adds a lovely aromatic note. The best time to consume your sacred elixir is 45 to 60 minutes before you plan to sleep. This timing allows the herbs to begin their work, calming your nervous system, initiating digestive processes, and preparing your body for its overnight healing journey. If you drink it too close to bedtime, you might find yourself needing to use the bathroom during the night, which interrupts sleep. If you drink it too early, some of the effects may wear off before you're ready to sleep. Create a routine around this timing. Perhaps you prepare and drink your elixir after dinner cleanup, before your evening wind-down activities. Or maybe it becomes part of your bedtime ritual, something you do after bathing and before reading or meditation. Consistency is key. Your body will begin to recognize this ritual as a signal that sleep is approaching, which itself promotes better sleep through psychological conditioning. The mindful preparation process is as healing as the herbs themselves. In Buddhist tradition, the intention and presence you bring to preparation affects the medicine's potency. While we might understand this through modern concepts like the placebo effect or the mind-body connection, the essential truth remains. When you prepare your medicine mindfully, with intention and presence, it becomes more effective. Approach each step as a meditation. When you measure your herbs, pay attention to their colors, textures, and scents. When you stir your pot, focus on the circular motion, the changing colors, the rising steam. When you wait for steeping, practice deep breathing or loving-kindness meditation. This isn't wasted time, it's healing time. You're not just making medicine, you're becoming medicine for yourself. Making this a spiritual practice deepens its effects exponentially. Some Buddhist traditions suggest setting an intention before drinking your elixir. Hold the warm cup in both hands, close your eyes, and silently express gratitude for these plants that have given their healing properties to you. You might say something like, "May this medicine heal my body, calm my mind, and support my journey toward wellness." Or simply, "Thank you for this healing." As you drink, do so slowly and mindfully. This isn't something to gulp down while watching television. Each sip is an opportunity for presence. Notice the warmth spreading through your chest. Feel the subtle tastes and how they change as you drink. The initial sweetness of honey, the warming spice of ginger, the earthy notes of ashwagandha, the gentle bitterness of tulsi. This mindful consumption is itself therapeutic, activating the rest and digest nervous system response and preparing your body for sleep. Regarding equipment needed, keep it simple but quality. You don't need expensive, specialized tools, but a few good basics make the process easier and more enjoyable. A small stainless steel or enamel-coated pot works best. Avoid aluminum, which can react with the herbs. A wooden spoon is traditional and won't scratch your pot. A fine mesh strainer is essential for smooth tea. Cheesecloth works too, if you prefer. A special cup or mug designated just for your evening elixir can make the practice feel more sacred and intentional. Some people invest in a small electric milk frother, which creates a lovely creamy texture and helps emulsify the oils and herbs together. Others prefer traditional methods, using a whisk or simply stirring vigorously. A small mortar and pestle is useful if you want to grind your own fresh spices or crush the chamomile flowers slightly before steeping to release more oils. But truly, the only essential equipment is a pot, a strainer, and a cup. Storage tips are important for maintaining your herb's potency. Store each herb separately in airtight glass jars in a cool, dark place away from heat and moisture. Light and heat degrade many of the beneficial compounds in herbs. Amber glass jars are ideal as they block light. Label each jar with the herb name and date of purchase. Dried herbs maintain their potency for about 1 year if stored properly, though they're most potent in the first 6 months. You'll know herbs are losing potency when their colors fade and their aromas weaken. Fresh ginger and turmeric root should be stored in your refrigerator's crisper drawer and used within 2 weeks for maximum benefit. You can prepare a dry blend of your powdered herbs in advance, mixing the ashwagandha, dried tulsi, turmeric, dried ginger, black pepper, cinnamon and cardamom together in a jar. Measure out proportions for 7 to 10 days worth, and each evening you'll only need to add fresh ginger, chamomile flowers, and your liquids. This saves time while ensuring you use the correct ratios. Store this blend in an airtight jar in a dark cupboard. Some people prepare a concentrated paste similar to the traditional turmeric paste we discussed earlier, combining all the powdered herbs with just enough water to form a thick paste. This can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks, and each evening you simply add a tablespoon of this paste to warmed milk with fresh ginger and chamomile. This method is particularly convenient for busy people who still want the benefits of this healing formula. The sacred nighttime formula is more than a recipe. It's a complete healing practice that addresses your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being simultaneously. When you prepare and consume this elixir mindfully, with intention and presence, you're participating in an ancient tradition of self-healing that has served humanity for thousands of years. You're giving your body exactly what it needs to heal itself naturally while you sleep, and you're creating a beautiful evening ritual that marks the transition from active day to restorative night. We've journeyed together through the wisdom of 5 ancient herbs, each one a powerful healer in its own right, and even more potent when combined. Let's take a moment to remember what you've learned today, because this knowledge has the potential to transform your health and your life. First, we explored ashwagandha, the stress destroyer, that remarkable adaptogen that calms your nervous system, reduces cortisol, improves sleep quality, and creates the foundation for deep healing. It's the grounding force that tells your body it's safe to relax and repair. Second, we discovered tulsi, the sacred healer, with its incredible ability to purify both body and mind, strengthen immunity, reduce inflammation, and protect your respiratory system. It's the guardian that shields you from harm while you rest. Third, we unveiled turmeric, the golden healer, whose curcumin compounds fight inflammation at the cellular level, protect your brain, regenerate your joints, and work as a powerful antioxidant throughout your entire system. It's the warrior that battles disease while you sleep. Fourth, we experienced chamomile, the gentle tranquilizer, with its apigenin-rich flowers that soothe your nervous system, improve sleep quality, heal your digestive tract, and ease anxiety without drowsiness. It's the tender guide that leads you into restorative sleep. And fifth, we learned about ginger, the universal medicine that activates and enhances everything else, improves circulation, fights pain, supports immunity, and ensures all the other herbs work at their maximum potential. It's the spark that ignites your body's healing furnace. Together, these 5 herbs create a symphony of healing, a formula refined over thousands of years by Buddhist healers who understood something profound: that nature provides everything we need to heal ourselves, and that our bodies possess extraordinary self-healing capabilities when given the right support. This isn't about suppressing symptoms with harsh chemicals. This is about supporting your body's innate wisdom, about working with your natural healing processes rather than against them. The most important thing I want you to understand is this: you can start tonight. Right now, you have the knowledge you need to begin your healing journey. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or until you have everything figured out. The journey of self-healing begins with a single step, and that step can be as simple as preparing this sacred elixir before bed tonight. Maybe you don't have all 5 herbs yet. That's okay. Start with what you have. Even 1 or 2 of these herbs will begin making a difference. You can add the others as you acquire them. The important thing is to begin, to take that first step toward reclaiming your health naturally. Every night you prepare and drink this formula, you're sending a powerful message to your body. I care about you. I'm investing in your healing. I believe in your ability to restore yourself. There's a beautiful saying from Buddhist wisdom that perfectly captures what we've been discussing today. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor to worry about the future, but to live the present moment wisely and earnestly. This ancient teaching reminds us that healing happens now, in this moment, in the choices we make today. When you prepare your healing elixir tonight, you're living this wisdom. You're choosing health now, in this present moment. Another profound Buddhist teaching states, every human being is the author of his own health or disease. You have more power over your health than you might realize. Yes, genetics play a role. Yes, circumstances matter. But the daily choices you make, the herbs you consume, the care you give your body, these shape your health profoundly. By choosing to prepare and drink this 5-herb formula, you're authoring a story of healing, vitality, and wellness. If you found value in what we've shared today, please show your support by clicking the like button. It helps us reach more people who need this healing wisdom. More importantly, subscribe to our Wisdom Diaries channel so you never miss future content. We have so much more to share with you. Advanced herbal formulas, meditation techniques, dietary wisdom, and ancient practices that can transform every aspect of your health and well-being. Leave a comment below and let us know, are you going to try this formula tonight? Which of the 5 herbs resonates most with you? Do you have any questions about preparation or dosages? We read every comment and love hearing from our community. Your questions often inspire our future videos, helping us create content that truly serves your needs. And please share this video with anyone in your life who's struggling with health issues, dealing with chronic pain, battling insomnia, or simply looking for a natural way to improve their well-being. Knowledge this powerful should be freely shared. By sharing this video, you might be giving someone the key to transforming their health, the spark that ignites their healing journey. In upcoming videos, we'll be diving deeper into Buddhist healing wisdom. We'll explore morning rituals that energize and protect you throughout the day. We'll discuss specific herbal formulas for different conditions, protocols for arthritis, remedies for anxiety and depression, solutions for digestive disorders, and much more. We'll teach you meditation techniques that enhance the effects of herbal medicine. We'll share dietary wisdom from Buddhist monasteries that supports optimal health. This is just the beginning of your journey with us. By subscribing, you become part of a global community of people committed to natural healing, ancient wisdom, and taking control of their health. You're joining thousands of others who have discovered that the old ways still work, that natural medicine is powerful medicine, and that your body knows how to heal itself when given the right support. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Our community is here to support you. When you try this formula and experience results, come back and share your story in the comments. Your success might inspire someone else to begin their healing journey. When you have questions, ask them. When you discover variations that work well for you, share them. We learn from each other, we support each other, and we heal together. The ancient Buddhist healers who developed these formulas wanted this knowledge to spread, to help as many people as possible. They understood that healing one person creates ripples that spread outward, affecting families, communities, and eventually the world. When you heal yourself, you're not just helping yourself. You're becoming a beacon of possibility for others, showing them that natural healing is real, effective, and accessible. So tonight, as you prepare your sacred elixir, know that you're part of something much larger than yourself. You're connecting with thousands of years of healing wisdom. You're joining countless others who have found relief, restoration, and renewed vitality through these simple plants. You're taking responsibility for your health and your life in the most empowering way possible. Your body has been waiting for this support. Your cells are ready to heal. Your systems are prepared to restore themselves. All they need is what you're about to give them. These 5 powerful herbs combined with intention, prepared with presence, and consumed with gratitude. The healing begins tonight. The transformation starts now. Thank you for watching, for learning, for being open to this ancient wisdom. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring the profound healing traditions that can change your life. Until then, sleep well, heal deeply, and trust in your body's remarkable ability to restore itself.